Get ready, everyone. All-Star action is coming your way. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This place is gonna go crazy. Next up is the three-point contest where tonight, one NBA sharpshooter will add his name to a trophy that contains a who's who of the best long-range bombers in league history. So it's easy breezy, ready to go. 5 racks, 30 is a perfect score. Remember that the last ball on each rack, the money ball is worth 2.
And money balls are key. Got to get in that groove early here to knock those money balls down.
Yeah, no question, Clark. You really want to dial it in on that first rack if you can.
Just over 2 seconds a shot is all you've got if you're going to use all 25 balls. So there's no time to take a deep breath and gather yourself after a miss.
Yeah, that's right, Clark. And that's why it's so easy to get out of whack and start firing away and shooting too quickly, not really focusing on the rim. And if you do that, then you're at risk of really losing all momentum and falling out of the competition.
He's got 9. 3 racks down, 2 to go. He's got 12. Money ball, no good. That's 13. Make that 14. Chalk it up, his 4th in a row. He gets his tally up to 16 points. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
I thought he had his stroke working pretty well for him. I mean, what do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, solid shooting. He looked very confident. It never became one of those lights-out rounds that it could have been. But all in all, I think he's got to be pretty happy.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here.
Well, Klay's dad was an NBA player, Michael Thompson, but more a post player and a center. Klay as a guard, a perimeter player who's got that beautiful shooting touch.
You can't let misses get to you here. There's no time to feel sorry for yourself. Shoot, 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 and shoot some more.
Yeah, no question. The clock's ticking. You got to forget about your misses. You can't change anything that's behind you. Focus on the next shot and keep moving.
8 points. Gets the money ball. 11 points.
And the young fella, Klay, making it look very easy out here.
He finishes with 14 points on the board. I'd say a solid showing from him.
Well, the key was, Kevin, he took 6 out of a possible 10 points from the money balls. And those are huge points. You've got to take advantage of them, and he did.
So we'll see Kyrie Irving.
This is really a very unique experience for the participant. You're on your own out there. Nobody can help you. And every eye in the arena is focused on you.
You're right, Clark. It's totally different from a regular game. You're the only person out there. You're firing shots left and right. It's different, and you have to adapt to that different experience and make it your own if you're going to win.
He's got 8. 9 points. Points on the board. Now with 11. He's hit all 3 money balls. Make that 14. Now in second. He's 4 for 4 on money balls. He finishes the round with 17 points. I'd say a solid showing from him.
Well, the way he closed out the round was the most important and the most impressive thing. I mean, he just caught fire at the right time, really turned in an impressive performance.
And here we go with Paul George.
And he needs at least 14 here to remain in contention.
He's got to focus here. He's got to be good. Not great, but just good enough. He's got 5. Can't get the money ball. He needs 8 points more. Could only get 1 shot to fall off the rack.
He needs 8 points more to stay in contention.
Now 8 points. He could have taken more from that rack, only got 2 points. Oh, and he will not advance to the next round, Clark.
Going to just finish out the string here.
Nope, just not enough.
Finishes with 11. Well, I didn't expect that score to be as low as it was. What about you guys?
Yeah, it seemed like every time he was starting to get into a good rhythm, he just couldn't capitalize on it. He'd quickly fall out of his pace.
Here we go with James Harden.
When Harden came into the league, people were unsure if he'd be able to shoot with range in the NBA. He started out a little slow, but he's become quite the scorer and sharpshooter. And a lot of people thought that would be the case. It was just a matter of when. And he needs at least 14 here to remain in contention.
Well, his first couple of racks are important, Kevin. If he can get going early, then I think he'll feel very confident going into the latter racks.
5 more points to stay in it. Drains the money ball. 3 more points to stay in contention. Misses for the 4th straight time.
He needs 3 more points.
That gives him 12.
2 more to stay in it.
14 points is his total as the round comes to a close. Well, a very respectable performance from him there, guys.
Right from the opening rack, he was on a roll. Got himself immediately into a groove.
So it'll be Brad Beal here.
Well, Brad Beal, renowned in high school for his outside shooting. He was solid during his freshman season in Florida. But you see the stroke. You know he's going to be an excellent three-point shooter in this league for years to come.
He's got to get at least 14. And he knows he can get this well within his abilities.
The young fella, Brad Beal, in charge here.
Money ball, no good. He's getting cold. 5 consecutive misses.
He needs 8 more points to advance.
Drains the money ball.
5 more points and he's in.
He's got 10. 3 more and he moves on.
Good momentum here to close it out.
He's got 12. 2 more points to stick around. His total for the round comes to 12. Well, not his finest showing. I think we can all agree he could have done a lot better.
I guess one way to look at it is that he was just in his discomfort.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here. And as a rookie last year, Klay Thompson showed early on that he had no problem, Clark, letting it fly from deep.
Kevin, he shot over 41% from deep, which is really impressive for a first-year player. He's got a bright future, and I think he's got a high ceiling. Sky's the limit.
Now with 6. That's 4 in a row now. He's got 8. A 3-point rack for him right there. Here we go with James Harden. Well, if you watch James Harden in college, where, by the way, he was the Pac-10 Player of the Year as a sophomore at Arizona State, teams would have to mark him and watch way beyond the 3-point line. Clark, he's always been a deep threat, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has been.
Steve, he's some kind of shooter now in the NBA.
He is, and then he uses that threat to also get to the rim because he draws the defense out and then puts the ball on the deck and gets all the way into the paint. So really a versatile, multi-dimensional player. Now that score can't have him too worried. I'm guessing he'll top that without much problem.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here. By going first, he can put a lot of the pressure on the guys behind him if he posts a good score.
And one thing about the three-point contest is you can really see how the pressure builds as it goes along. In the first 20 years of this event, only 5 winners topped the 20-point mark in the final round. And one of them sitting right here.
Yeah, that was a fun day, Clark. But, yeah, I think the key is you've got to get off to a good start because it can snowball on you if you miss a lot in those first 2 racks.
7 points. He's got 8. 3 racks down, 2 to go. He's got 9. 10 points on the board. 1 last rack remains. All right. He averages 3 points a rack and finishes with 15. I'd say he handled that round pretty well, guys.
Yeah, it was adequate, absolutely. I mean, he really stayed with it, hung in there nicely, I thought.
Yeah, that's right. There were some moments when it looked like things might slip away from him, but I thought he was really tough. He hung in there throughout and posted a decent number.
So it's easy breezy, ready to go.
And over his career, just a superb long-range marksman. And I know he's going out there with the mindset of just relax, have fun, and see what happens.
Well, that's a great way to approach it because really the shootout is all about fun. It's for the players, it's for the fans. It's not anything to put a ton of pressure on yourself for. So whoever's most relaxed, I think, has the best chance.
5 more points to tie it up.
7 straight, he's stringing them together.
There we go.
Make that 14. 1 more to tie. Now to 15. He's made all but one of his money balls. Pushes it to 18. Makes it to 19. Now 20. A fine score of 22 points for the round. Guys, hard to find any fault with that display.
Well, we all know how important the money balls are in this event, and he hit 4 out of 5 of them. That's very good work.
So we'll see Kyrie Irving. He was the hottest shooter entering the finals, so he earned the right to go last, and he knows exactly what the target is. If he can get 23 or higher, he'll win it all.
Two misses from this point on are all he can afford.
3 down. Oh, and with that miss, he's out.
Unlucky here in the final round.
Yeah, just couldn't get any momentum moving forward.
He gets to the 10-point mark for the round. There was just something off about him in that round.
Well, I don't know what it was that threw him off, but something was bothering him, that was for sure.
Yeah, clearly he was able to get a few shots to go down, but not nearly enough to make for a decent round.
And so that will do it. What a tremendous performance. And of all the great talent assembled here today, a great achievement indeed to take home the 3-point contest championship trophy.
Now, how much fun was that? That could be the highlight of this year's All-Star festivities, guys.
Well, for me, Clark, the 3-point contest usually is. I was just happy to have a ringside seat for it.
And the drama, the excitement, this year's 3-point contest had it all. And it was our pleasure to bring it to you. For myself, Kevin Harlan, and my partners, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, thank you, everyone, and good night.